Hello everybody and welcome back to the ATHENA Championship. My name is Sam, I'm still joined by Luca. Welcome.
Hello again, Twitch chat. We are back. We are back with a vengeance. We've got another incredibly exciting game for you today, Samu. Two teams that won their first round. Neither of them have yet appeared on stream. Who are we watching, Samu?
Persephone? Persephone?
We've got Persephone versus Selene, or Persephone, depending on how Greek we want to be here. Team Persephone, Queen of the Underworld, against Team Selene. Both teams have some incredible players on them. Looking forward to see what we've got here as we have our map draft as well, Samu.
When we look at it, we see Team Selene banning out Sky Temple and Ultrac Pass. Persephone banning out Brexsolar and Cursed, and Tomb of the Spider Queen will be map number 1 for this best of 3 series.
Tomb of the Spider Queen. Haven't seen any of that yet today. It's a great map to play. Lots of rotations, lots of chances for an exciting moment, some big opportunities for fights to break out. I'm looking forward to see what we are going to have happen here today, Samu. Two teams looking to go 2-0, battle out to be the chance of one of, I think, only two teams that will end up 3-0 in this Swiss setup. I will admit I haven't fully done the math to work that out yet, so don't hold me to it.
Right, we are already jumping into this lobby. Tomb of Spider Queen map, which is about wave clear, and did I forget something? I think wave clear. Oh, did I mention wave clear as well?
Yeah, wave clear is good. We like a little bit of wave clear. Two teams, some experienced players, some names that we might recognize coming out here. Fictional, a caster that's been around the scene for a long time, and Hinata, both hanging out on Team Selene along with Misiak, Franny, and Leska. New Jersey. Lexa. This is why we do this beforehand, because then in game, right, I can get it wrong again. And on Team Persephone, we got Tatsu, Daniel, Julia, Lilith Eden, and Alex the Death. It's going to take a little bit of time to set up this map, this draft, get all of the teams ready after their break and coming in for game number 2.
Spider Queen, let's see. It's gonna be very interesting what we see here. Maybe also if we again see Sonia and how those heroes are handled in general.
Well, in game number 1, because we have the technology, Team Persephone, they brought out a 2-0 victory, playing with some Anna Ming setups with a main tank Uther on Battlefield of Eternity, and then in game 2, running a main tank May with the Oriel Valor combo and a bit of that Zool flavor to spice it up. So some slightly spicy drafts, but some very strong picks coming out for both of them. And the other team, Team Selene, what did they rock? Well, we saw Diablo get picked up. We saw the Kel'Thas as well coming out. Some nice drafting for them. The Diablo Yrel combo, very tanky frontline with a bit of Zagara spice. You gotta love a little bit of the Zagara spice. And then game 2, double tank ETC Johanna with a Dehaka behind it, all protecting a Chromie on Cursed Hollow. Is that stage dive? It is stage dive. So stage dive ETC alongside Dehaka, giving you that double global pressure to follow up on a blessed shield. I mean, you know, I'm excited now that I know about these, Sammy.
Yeah, especially having those double global against the Murky on Cursed Hollow seems, seems to be good for such a huge map.
Globals are quite good on the larger maps.
Also, you
When you get that triple brunt line, the 3 bruises to stand in front of Chromie, she can do her damage very safely.
indeed, yeah,
Looks like
especially you have those double. The amounts of CC on the team is really huge against the Cassia they had on the opponent team that game.
yeah.
Like both teams already, we're jumping into the draft of game number 1 of this best of 3 series, Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Here we go. The blue team, Team Persephone, they are going to have the first pick as the map was chosen by Team Selene. So once we get in here, what are we going to see? Are they going to ban out the priority on the Chromies, the Uthers, the Sonyas, or is there something else they don't want to see? Always worth remembering that Deathwing on this map is incredibly annoying. It's going to be the Barbarian, though. She is going to be removed from the draft. No questions asked. Not wanting to play against that today.
No Sonya smashing W's into your backline.
And no playing to win either, as the Diva gets taken out in response. A hero that's seen a huge surge in priority recently. She can put out a lot of damage, and on Tomb, that bomb gets her a lot of value as well.
Especially the heavy focus onto the offliner bans here with Sonya and Diva. It'll be very interesting to see if any team. Two strong options are already gone. Persephone in the meantime with the ban against the Diablo.
Already shown by the red team once, I believe, in their earlier series. Diablo very strong on Tomb of the Spider Queen. You can go for that Devil's Due, pick up so many globes that your health bar never drops below 50%, and so many walls as well to set up those engages. He can really be very strong on the map.
Indeed, and Team Selene with the ban against Xul, so another solo laner gone. Let's see, maybe someone picks it up early, saying no, we don't want to be pressured too much, but for now, you see the Kalphos as the first pick, providing tons of wave clear for the blue team already.
Very strong as well into a triple bruiser style or a triple frontline style that we've already seen the red team pick up once, so it's a nice pickup to have here. It gives you the wave click, gives you a stun for the rotation, and gives you some real options to put out some damage. What's our response going to be? The Johanna getting taken early, and we're going to see it paired with a Jaina. So mages are locked in for both sides. The wave clear from both teams is already looking big as that Anna snapped up instantly, not wanting to give a nano Jaina away to the red team. We're going to see Persephone pick that up along with their Kel'Thas, and maybe time for a tank pickup. There's still a couple left on the table. The variant looks a bit spicy here. No, we're going to see Lee Auric coming down here.
The lyric pick, just picking up their soul laner already on the side. Really...
To be fair, it's 2021. You never know. We might just have seen their tank pick, Samu. It is technically too early to say.
Maybe.
As much as I would expect to see this in the off lane, but the main tank Leo into the Johanna, especially on Tomb, it's more of a thing than it ever should have been. Let's put it that way, shall we?
Indeed, Lyric could potentially always be the main tank as well. Especially with Kel'Thas, it would not look too bad, like having the Entomb and then Kel'Thas throw buttons into it.
With the nanoed Kel'Thas buttons on the Entomb and the drain constantly on Fictional, making it very hard for her to keep health up, making that Entomb more threatening as well. And of course, before Ice Block, Jaina is an incredibly weak hero into the Entomb. She is so fragile, and if she gets caught, that is lights out. The Malfurion ban.
There's Ice Block. Jaina's Ice Block.
Before Ice Block, Samu. She has to unlock it.
Very often you see Jaina's unlock it already before level 10. There's always the possibility. In the meantime, we see bans against Mei, so Team Selene not thinking about Lyric as the main tank so far, and Persephone banning out the Malfurion. In the meantime, Team Selene now with their own soul laner picked up is going to be the Dehaka, and they will pair it up with the Anduin, so potential for Light Bomb Falling Sword already.
Nice setup. The light bomb falling sword into the ring. It's very big damage, very big stun blow up out of nowhere. And if you pop an ISO on top of that, people are going to start dying.
Going to be Uther and Vala. It's very likely the Uther in the foreman, and Larry gets the soul laner.
Gonna see Uther main tank format, I imagine, with that Vala Kel'Thas. This is a thing they've run before. The Uther gives you more sustain so that Vala can be more aggressive, but she is going to have to be careful because when that Johanna uses either the Soaring Sword or the Blessed Shield on her, she is going to be very squishy. Maybe going to force Divine Shields out there.
Last pick from Team Selene is going to be the Lunara.
Two strong drafts coming out here. I have to say, I think I favor the blue team's draft a little bit more. That Divine Shield is going to be so good against the engage attempts from the red team. And de-shielded Valor puts out so much damage without being able to be countered. So, might be tough for the red team to take these fights. But if they can get stunned engages that hit the Uther as well, if they can hit these engages quickly enough that Uther can't respond in time, then they've definitely got a window in this game.
It's gonna be a question of ultimates, I think. So we shall see there. Especially on level 20, then Uther with the AoE Divine Shield can just save all the targets.
Definitely, that Uther Divine Shield is going to be very decisive in this game.
Right, let's start. To the right in the red with Team Selene, we have Lexa on Lunara, Misiak playing Anduin, Frenny on Jaina, Fictional playing the Johanna, and last but not least, it's going to be Hinata-kun on the Dehaka.
And on the blue team, we have got Julia showing off her Uther. We have got we've got Alex the Death on the Valor. We've got Lilith Eden on Leoric, Edaniel on the Kel'Thas, and Tatsu is playing Anna. Did you know that when you spawn into Tomb of the Spider Queen, there's like a little Anubrak beetle that starts in the top right and burrows away?
No, did you know that on the top left there is this gem which can be taken and an Easter egg? But anyways, level 1 so far. Live Eden with the Consume Vitality, which usually has just not auto-attack build, but in the meantime Frenny takes damage. Tiny Grenade will get taken down. First blood going towards the blue team.
Jaina there stepping a little bit deep to get that wave clip, and very nicely punished by the blue team, setting that damage out, and that's going to be first blood going over to them. Johanna now taking a lot of poke as well. The Iron Skin going to be forced, but she is able to walk away from that. We see now the blue team taking this big advantage in the rotation, picking off their opponent's best wave clear right at the start, stacking a huge wave in the top lane that's going to kill Anduin to get stuck up there, and with that they're going to try again to catch maybe this Johanna, but the Iron Skin is out. Fiction is taking a lot of damage here. Julia chasing her down, looking to find a stun maybe as another big flame strike lands on her, but the Uther is dropping low herself now. Fictional taking the damage, taking the healing reduction, just able to get saved by that Anduin Q here as the nade runs out from Anna. What an explosive start, Sammy.
Johanna just getting pressured away a lot by the blue team there. Really starting to struggle on Johanna even. Weren't really able to huge upper hand. The blue team a little bit faster with clearing top wave, so we see a little bit of damage onto the top wall so far on the red team, but nothing too major.
We can see both teams, you know, they've both got a win under their belt. They both finished the last series 2-0.
They're both sneaking towards the bottom canvas. We see Alexa and Alexa Def both meeting up there.
Lilith Eden is very low here. Hinata, if she lands a drag on either of these targets, this is going to be very rough for them, as Lilith now going to have to pop the E to walk away from this. The red team's rotation is faster. They're going to get Cryo onto this camp, and with the Nature's Culling, it might fall down here, but Fictional again is just taking a lot of punishment now that the Leo is here. Looks like both the healers from the blue team aren't down just yet. Tatsu might actually be in a little bit of trouble here, so we're going to see them just walk away from this camp now.
Meantime, with Iraniel and Julia on Uther and Kelfos, in the meantime, still holding the pressure on top lane strong, denying a lot of experience towards Team Selene there on the top wave. They're taking quite a lot of damage in return, but with the double heal, both are getting out on nearly full health.
Slight XP lead coming down here for the blue team now, but it's very close. The camp XP offsetting most of that lost wave there. As Anna gets caught by the root, a huge sleep onto the Johanna is going to give her the space to walk out, and now Jaina is in a bit of trouble as Kel'Thas once again doing a great job of finding her with that engage. Nicely played there. See Fictional just slowly stunning out this wave, but taking a lot of damage, forcing the Anduin pull, and Anna is very deep here. Tatsu, she is going for this. She is pushing it down, getting out as much damage as she can. And that's what I like to see. She understands the Johanna threat is quite low. If she can position away from that Lunara, she can really push her hero to its limit, and it's getting her a lot of values now.
Indeed, no, again, Tatsu aggressive all the time on the Anna. Could be a stacking Anna. It's not fair.
Not even stacking. Must be
the
a miss.
First one to come in.
And we're going to see the blue team picking these up now. With this Kel'Thas comp, as Tatsu might be caught a little bit. The sleep is on point again though. And now Franny, is she going to be able to walk away? I think she will. But Hannah just manning up. Hinata says, ooh.
Hello.
Gonna go for that lick, but not quite there in time. Trying to stop that Anna, but now the heal nade gonna deny some of that essence regen. And Hinata is in a lot of trouble here, forcing out the burrow, which body blocks Fictional in. Now the red team trying to get out. Are they gonna have the root just about here? But the red leaders now pressuring in on that bottom side. And a nice try for the burrow, but a big step from Tatsu means that the Dahaka can't pick up that kill.
Especially with those multiple members on the red team being very low, we see a lot of space for the blue team, and the weapon was with the top wall taking some serious damage, but mid, the towers are down, and bottom lane, the Leog is already stepping up to hit the fountain and the key and the fort.
Nara falling quite low here, taking that Uther stun and the Kel'Thas damage, but she has to step up to try and help her team clear this out. Unfortunately, the bot side as well is taking a lot of damage as the Yorick has pushed the wave in, and Hinata only recently able to rejoin. Just going to be able to save this fort, I think, but this is a great first Web Reaver phase for Team Persephone.
Pretty low.
Good example as well there of just how useful the macro can be in team votes. Team Persephone are 1 kill up in this game. They have had a minimal impact on their enemy team, and yet with clever manipulation, with good fight taking, and with nice use of the objective, they are almost an entire fort up in this game. Although the red team have now got their own Web Reavers back in. It'll be interesting to see what counter value they can find as Hinata again looking to lick this Anna, and this one connects, gonna force the cleanse out from the Uther, although the follow-up was not quite in range there.
Especially as Anna has the Uther behind her with the armor and the cleanse. She's able to step up a little bit more than she usually can.
But the Yorick able to just step up there and take away that fort. Nicely done by him. Noticing Dahaka again showing in the middle lane, just gonna do that last 300 damage to the fort made of paper. And first building, level 10 is gonna be in for the blue team. Gonna be hard to see the red team get too much value from this push, as Tatsu again just holding the bush. Very aggressive play from her. We love to see it.
See a huge rotation towards the bottom lane from the blue team, looking to get some value in, especially as they're now hitting level 10s.
Level 10 and it's going to be the blessed shield, not the falling sword here, and Anduin is going to take the light bomb for follow-up, as Franny might be just a little bit deep here. Julia coming in, she's got the storm, not the shield, going to try and hit that onto the Jaina. The Entomb comes in as well, but the grit is there, and Alex the Death on the Valor is going to fall. Tatsu taking a little bit of damage as well, gets the nano onto Kel'Thas. Will it be enough? No, the Kel'Thas is just about going to fall here. No, the double healer keeps him alive. Tatsu walking away on 100 hit points. Kel'Thas 130, 50 and 70 on them as the Johanna blind comes in, but the fight trades 1 for 1, Samu.
It looked like a huge disaster at the first for Team Selene, but with some nice burst damage from the leaping strikes on her. But then the turnaround with the nano boost on the Celtics, who just did not want to die with the double support behind him.
You have to be so careful here. Kids, this is your learning lesson. Always hit the cool target. Don't just stop hitting him because their health's kind of low and you think someone else is going to sort it out. You got to make sure you follow through with your damage onto the target that is cooled, because when these double support comps, the Uther shield comes through, they make it out on 7 health points, and then another Ana heal hits them, and before you know it, everyone's walking away and you haven't managed to connect your kills. Franny is being very aggressive here on the Jaina. I think Pull is here just in time, perfectly baiting there to Ulf's Franny. Very five-head plays there as Johanna coming in, gonna get caught in this Divine Storm, but she's got Blessed Shield ready. The Light Bomb is there. The shield not used yet though, as Hinata's taking a lot of damage, and the red team gonna have to back up from this.
Blue team now with the position on the map able to turn in most of the gems. Might be the turn in. See the top side with the Uther getting the last gems in for Persephone, and now they will be able to get the next dual wave into their favor, which will look for some great value in the mid and top lane.
And again, Tatsu there, a little bit close to Johanna maybe, but able to connect that sleep before the shield comes down, keeping her aggressive positioning safe. And very nicely done there by her, as we see these Web Reavers going to try and mainly pressure on the top half of the map. The bot lane is quite pushed in, and they already have the fort, so they're not really as worried about that. Hinata's going to clean that up quite safely, but it's the top fort that has been chosen by the blue team. With 13 advantage, going to have to be very careful in their defense here. The Blessed Shield not used yet. The Entomb going to catch onto Lunara. She goes down first. The Nano Boost is out here, and the red team are going to have to back up from this.
Meantime, the Web Reaver in the mid lane takes down their fort, and in the top lane the fort will go down as well. Very interesting choice of the Archer to just stick towards the bottom and defend it very far out. So for a minute, try to help out the fort there.
I think once you lose your Lunara, there's not a lot of incentive to come back to the format, because you won't be very effective either. But now they're all up, it would be good to see Hinata start thinking about rotating if the blue team are going to stay. And here comes the lick, not quite able to connect onto Julia, seeing that level 13 Blizzard orientation coming in for Jaina. The Stormfront trying to let her play a little bit more safer when clearing out these waves. And I'd like to see the red team be a little bit quicker to pull the trigger, Sammy. There've been a couple of fights now where 2 out of 3 for Blessed Shield, Light Bomb, and Ring have gone unused. And here we see Kel'Thas incredibly quick to pull the trigger. Great kill onto the Jaina before any fight had even begun, and Anduin is caught out as well. The double kill after that huge Entomb. Fictional 22 gems. She isn't going to be able to walk away either. Huge play there by Team Persephone.
3 great kills, especially taking away a lot of gems from Team Selene, opening up now. Cruiser can pick up some more gems and get closer towards the turn-in. With enough gems for Persephone to get the turn-in, which would look really scary for Team Selene. They're really behind on the map already. With this turn-in, Persephone might be able to get some nice damage onto the first keep, if not even the first keep down.
And definitely with that level 16 advantage and the waves and camps pushing in their favor, this turn-in is going to do a lot of damage. Johanna is still in the bottom lane. The ult combo is up, and there's still 12 seconds left on that Divine Shield. But the Entomb catches Lunara. She jumps the first stun. She jumps the second stun, but there won't be a pull in time, and she still is going to fall there. And a great aggressive rotation again from Team Persephone helps maintain their lead. Tatsu has stepped up aggressively here. Fictional, can she find the Blessed Shield? It goes down onto Kel'Thas. The pull is going to take Jaina away from the dive, but Uther is under the keep. He's rooted, and that is going to be the counter kill coming out here for the blue team. The Dahaka in the bot lane might try and wrap around here, but that is a huge push down there. They need to be careful, make sure that doesn't go too south either. Stepping up, looking for a lick here. The big sleep again into the stun is going to make this hard for him. But able to dodge out on the healing grenade as top keep is probably going to fall here, Sammy.
Exa will try to defend with Nara, but it's not enough.
Blue team are going again. They're looking to try and get this middle keep taken down. The Johanna is entombed. But Lilith Eden might go down as a counter kill here. The Leoric too deep under the keep. A nice 1-for-1 trade though if Hinata can't connect his lick. And unfortunately, Alex just a little bit too slippery on the Valor, able to get away to safety. Nicely played there by the blue team. But the red team have got their 16s now. Light at the end of the tunnel is here. They can start looking to take even talent tier fights, and with the Blizzard build online and the unfair advantage coming on, let's see what they can get done.
Very aggressive positioning, giving vision for his team, for her team. Team now having enough gems on the side of Team Selene, they will look for a turn. They kind of have to.
On the flip side though, that Lunara Wisp being a lot of work there, able to make sure they always know if their team, their opponents, are looking to try and take that boss. No chance of them getting caught out there, but the Kel'Thas rotation again looking to catch out this Lunara. Jukes the first stun, the shield is huge. Here comes the counter engage. Fictional going to try and turn this, but the blessed shield, the Divine Storm comes down, and Lunara is going to be the first to fall. Pull required to deny the tomb kill, but this is going to be a key going over to the red team, to the blue team. Maybe it's not, as the ring looks to try and catch someone. Valor trying to vault out here. Looks like everyone's going to be okay, but the red team have managed to secure this position, Samu.
The red team losing Lunara, but still able to pressure away the blue team a little bit. But now the blue team with this one kill going for the boss.
This is very scary. This is a 15-minute boss walking towards their opponent's core. One slip up here, one good catch at the start of this fight is going to end the game in favor of Team Persephone. And the red team are able to at least alleviate the pressure. They're going to get their gems in for this weapon phase whilst the boss comes down. But looks like the blue team are going to say, we want this fight. We want to try and catch you. And Jaina might be a little bit deep here. Fictional has to step up and get the dismount to get her to safety, but it's very nicely done there by the Johanna. And we're going to see the red team able to step up and get some damage onto this boss now, whilst the blue team are just going to take the safe way out, clear and depush some waves.
Now defending the wave was mid and bottom. Mid did actively nothing. Bottom will get a little bit of damage in onto the fort, but will also be cleared out pretty fast. Will they take down the fort though? No.
Lunara, though, catches the Valor. Hinata is here. The speed from Tansu is insane. Don't let this girl play Anna in your game. She is on fire. Beautiful play from her. Again, allowing that Valor to just toe the line of aggression and not be punished for it. So Jaina just going to try and clear out this catapult, but even on that Leoric, looking to try and catch someone. The shield comes down. There's going to be a light bomb on top of it. Is there going to be a ring follow-up? Not able to connect, unfortunately, but here the nano boost caught by the isolation is going to mean it's going to be very hard for Julia to get a lot of work done there. Johanna, though, is going to be the first to fall in this fight, and Franny on that Jaina falling low as well as level 20s come in. That's going to be a double. That's going to be 3. Hinata, can she make it out as well? It looks like she just will be able to walk this one away, but with this rotation, the keep will fall, and the red blue team are just going to look to take the enemy's core.
3 kills for Persephone and 25 seconds for Johanna. In the meantime, Vala gets taken down, but Hinata Kun is in a world of pain. The dragon onto Lyric stays alive for now, but the core shield is down 80% and dropping.
The Valor kill is nice, but I don't think it's going to be enough with 3 catapults firing in from the top side. Game number 1 is going to go over to Team Persephone as they look to march 2-0 in this Athene Championship Swiss competition.
So far we have today 100% Lyric win rate on this channel, by the way.
100% lyric win, and I think it's 0% Dahaka win rate. I want to say 0% on the Dahakas.
Get out of here!
0% win rate on the dinosaur there. Maybe he should go back to 2015 when he was actually a hit. What? Who said I don't know what you're talking about? No, very well. Very well played there by Team Persephone. They took the lead, took the rotation advantage early. They showed a good, strong understanding of the map to take that first advantage from their big Web Weaver push. And then once they had that lead, they weren't going to let it go. Great aggressive rotations, really fast pulling the trigger against their opponents and able to pick up those kills.
Indeed. In the meantime, we now can have a look at the map screen. We have now Team Selene with choice between map pick or first pick. And they will go for the map pick. Where will they bring us? I would like to see Battlefield, honestly.
Battlefield of Eternity is a very nice map. It's good stuff. It's Battlefield. You get the nice big fights coming down. You can see them go for, the big immortal pushes. And there's big area, big open space for the teams to fight in. It's very, very fun, very enjoyable to watch. So I'd like to see that come out.
Oh, it's another...
Looks like instead, though, we're going to be going to Towers of Doom, Samu, here. We're going to see the map picked up by the unsuccessful team from Game 1, Team Selene. They're going to go for the map pick and take us towards this Towers of Doom. So hopefully going to have something fun planned for them here. Looking forward to see what they have prepared, or if not prepared, what they've come up with, what they reckon is going to give them their best chance going towards game number 3.
Towers of Doom, very bit of a different map compared to Tomb of Spider Queen. Is you always can make a comeback on that map. It's very often advertised from a lot of people. As long as your core is above 1 health, you're only losing if you make mistakes, if you lose a fight, or if you leave some suppers or a boss you don't get up. But also in general, very strong map for double soaking solo laners, as always. Looking between mid and top and just leaving the bottom lane for the other 4 members open, as it is usually the better lane on this map. Camps down there. As well as a lot of map control for the bottom altar as well as the mid altar.
You get the big double soaking rotations on the top side whilst teams fight out trying to get pressure in that bottom lane. It's very strong, very fun map to play, and it requires a lot of discipline to play, because just because you have the lead on Towers of Doom, it doesn't mean you've converted a victory. It's one of the best maps for teams to be able to come back on, so you have to be incredibly careful if you do have that early advantage that you can convert it, you can turn it into a map win on here. As we see our 2 teams back in here again, we're going to see the blue side looking to try and take this series to a 2-0, whereas the red team trying to push back, take it to 2-1 and push us on to our 3rd map in the series.
See, Persephone so far 3-0 in the ATHENA. Maybe going into 4-0 might be a goal for them to achieve. Let's see.
Could be 4-0. I'm not sure how many teams are currently unbeaten, but there have to be a couple. So we're having a little bit of trouble getting 5 members of both teams into the lobby, but I'm sure we'll work it out in a minute.
The one person having a short. Oh, buying hero.
Shh. That's what we like to see here in the lounge. Good stuff coming out from them.
I mean, why not? Yes. Also, keep in mind, it's not only Europeans here playing, it's also North American signups we had. So we have a few. All gonna be played on the European server. We still have a few North American women joining us.
So if some of the levels are looking a little bit low to you, don't worry. These aren't all players on their Smurfs or players on new accounts. A lot of them also might be playing from different regions, but we do have some players here who are newer to the game to this tournament, letting some teams have a nice range between some of our players who maybe we're more used to in Div 2, Div 3 games, coming up with the players that play in the lower division, showing that honestly, division is just a number. We've all got skills, we've all got talents, we're all here to show off our abilities. Looks like we're almost ready to get going here though, Sammy.
Everyone is back into the lobby. Two of the best of the series.
Game number 2, Towers of Doom, second match of the afternoon, as we're having a third one after this as well. Excited to
After
be here.
this series, we're gonna radio over towards the main channel as we have a little bit of a break show going on there after their series, and then we're gonna continue at 19 Central European time, I think it is.
I believe 19 was the original plan. Don't know if we'll end up being here a little bit later after this afternoon has run a little bit behind time, but you know, we'll see. These things sometimes they take a little bit longer than is expected, and other times they can finish very, very fast. So we'll have more information for you then.
Right, let's jump into the draft.
Doom.
Alright.
Are we gonna see coming out here? Are we gonna see some slightly different pickups to the last time? The Sonya Prior, is that gonna stay? Maybe that Uther is gonna get denied this time. We are gonna see Sonya. First of all, that is definitely not hanging out for a third time, and there it is. Taking a page out of the Unstoppables playbook. You ban Sonya, you ban Uther, you play the video game.
Alrighty.
Brightwing is going to get removed as well here. And on towers, Brightwing offers you a lot of safety in that off lane. Whilst a lot of teams look to try and gank their opponents to double soakers, in some cases here, the Brightwing teleport means that you can try and deny those ganks as much as possible. You can get big heals out onto your offlaner, especially if they're quite tanky, as your opponent looks to try and burst them down. And if you can deny value from those ganks, it's very easy to get value elsewhere on the map. And the ATHENA as well, both healers from the last games. The red team saying, nope, do not want to play against that again.
Pretty understandable team. Persephone looking really, really scary, especially with Dana being very far forward all the time. Just zoning away Team Selene, and this leaves the Chromie up for the first pick from Daniel.
And here they are, Chromie with Daniel. This is a really strong pickup on this match. The little sand goblin gnome thingy does a lot of damage, really great control, especially around that middle and bottom altar. It's very difficult to walk into Chromie, and this is what I want to see. The panda is in, ladies and gentlemen. Lily picked up by Franny to go alongside the Tassadar. Oh, it's good stuff.
Indeed, Lily can be played as flex pick, I guess, or as main healer for Team Selene here. He does not have the wave cliff for double soak, and we're gonna see the Xul powers on the Towers of Doom. It's really scary for Team Selene, as they have to look for someone who can not only clear the minions, but also clear the Xul minions.
But with heroes like Leoric hanging out, but that Malthael option as well, it's controllable. And your 4-man now, if that Lily is going to have a second healer, the Lily Tassadar combo can really start racking up a lot of survivability and help Tassadar do a lot of damage, or likewise, we might see the Cassia coming out instead, opting to have some blind value with that Lily, and then a tank pick that can really help secure and give a little bit more safety to their squishier backline.
Ban come out from Team Selene, scared of the big mighty dragon. Coming in again, some nice firing, but as well having the level 7 talent where he can just stall for ages. And Diablo ban again against Team Selene. No one wants them to play the Diablo. Third ban of Diablo against them already. We got it in the very first game today.
Well, you know, I mean, definitely seeing that Diablo just don't want to play against such a strong engage. And Dahaka, maybe this is the redemption arc for Dahaka. This is the game. This is the one where the hero proves that actually, yes, it does do something useful, right, Samu?
It's just not that easy against Xul, as Xul is just better. Dahaka struggles clearing waves before level 13. And having to clear those Xul minions as well might be a big issue, especially in the early stages of the game. Persephone now with the next 2 picks, going to go up with Mei and Lunara. I have to say, I feel like Mei is pretty strong against the Haka as well as Tassadar, as they're both very mobile in some sorts. So Mei with the Blizzard just dropping it on top of them makes it really hard for them to move around the fight the way they want to.
We're going to see, though, that last pick coming in with the Rhaegar, so it is going to be double support. And is this going to be Bloodlusted Archon? I want to see Bloodlusted Archon, Sammy.
It's definitely a possibility. But looking at the rest of the draft, they don't get too much value out of the Bloodlust, so only having it for Archon might not be the best, especially against Xul, who has the auto attack speed reduced on his W baseline.
But the move speed into Zul is really quite strong. It allows you to slowly kite away from him, and that Lily Blind might make it hard for him to get the auto speed slows off. Though I guess the Mei Blind into the Tassadar Archon might be enough to make you think twice about it. We do see that Mei, Chromie, and the Lunara pairing coming out again. We saw that in our previous series, played really well by Team Artemis, and maybe Persephone are going to show why that combo is so strong together again here.
Yourself for battle, heroes.
Indeed. In the meantime, we're gonna start to the right side. Team Selene with Hinata-kun playing the Dehaka, Franny playing Lily, Mizyak on the Rega Fictional playing Anobar, and Lexa on the Tassadar.
And on the blue team, looking to try and take the 4th map win of their tournament, take another 2-0 victory, and move on and up this Swiss bracket. We've got Team Persephone with Daniel on the Chromie, Alex the Death on Lunara, Lilith Eden on Mei, Julia on Zul, and Tatsu on the Anduin.
Looking lower ones, we're gonna see Shekla from Xul, which usually suggests W build from him.
That Shakla gives you more cooldown reduction with the slows. It lets you go into those big slowing options with the W build to get your shield back.
Rhaegar getting rooted, taking quite a little bit of damage. Will be able to hop into the mount and go away. Fictional taking also a lot of damage on the in the meantime, but Franny on the Lily is there pressing Q, keeping Fictional alive.
A nice first little altercation there. Not really giving either side a huge advantage, but the blue team able to get bottom side to the wave first as Franny and Fictional both getting caught in that stun. Franny is falling low here on this Lily, but it looks like she is going to be able to walk it out of this as Alex Death is in trouble, and an early burrow from Hinata looking to try and find a link. Well played by the blue team to be able to move safely, and that means they can now do their camp in relative safety. They know that the Hakabaru won't be there in time. The top wave as well is going to be forfeit for Hinata.
Huge wave coming in, this Xul stays up for 1 wave, gets the prior up there now. A lot of minions lost for Diablo, but now we have the blue team. A lot of space on the map, able to pick up their siege camp. The bottom lane first, is the red team not yet able to do so.
Looks like the Tastar is going to be forced into the mid wave as well. This bot lane pressure for the blue team from that Zulpik really starting to show as Fictional takes a lot of damage here. First blood goes over to the blue team, and that is just, you know, the result of all of this pressure that they've been able to build so far. Eventually forcing a mistake out of Nubrak as he couldn't position safely anymore. Franny though, she's even falling low as well on this Lily, and the first tower is going to fall for the red team. Nicely done here by Team Persephone.
And you know, a lot of space. One level lead already in their hands with taking down the bottom wall. I see the camp about to be picked up by the red team, but no, they see that they're scouted out by the wisp from Lunara. Stop for now, but there's another vision from Chromie level 1 talent. Taking a lot of damage again. Drops the shield, but it's not enough as Dandun Root comes out and Daniel on the Chromie gets the damage in, secures the kill.
And this May Chromie setup with the Lunara, so tanky, so much damage, so much slow coming out. It's really difficult for the red team to step up and into this, because Team Persephone barreling onwards, looking to get more value in this game. Very nicely played by them. Already putting some damage onto this bottom fort.
Top lane has been traded 1-for-1, so no 40-0 coming out here.
Not going to be the complete disrespect. No play for that left side also from the blue team. Instead, they're just looking to increase their value in the bottom lane. As Fictional's Anubrak is falling really low here. Is going to drop the Haka burrowing in. Can he find the lick on Alex to death? No, he can't. And Tatsu a pixel away from getting caught by the end of that lick. And now Hinata is yet again going to have to back up. And whilst she's rotating down, Azul is just doing that top count, getting the counter pressure top side that's going to force the rotation back up from the red team.
Better with this camp pickup now, we see some serious damage onto the top wall from Team Selene. We will see some serious damage onto the top wall from Team Selene. Clears the mid wave, goes back to top, and Xul will pick up the wave. Push in the...
Only one Sapper going to get in for now. Starker is there in time, but in the bottom side, the red team are looking to set up this invade. Fictional falls really low here. Is that Dahaka Burrow? It looks like it's still off cooldown. The Chromie still on the point means the blue team are able to pick up this camp. And now Rhaegar is going to fall here as well. And Franny looks like she's going to be in trouble too. The third kill onto that Lily. And Tassadar, is this going to be the full wipe onto the 4-man? Not quite. Tassadar can walk it out, but with that we should see bottom also taking a lot of damage here for this team.
Bottom keep now. Bottom 4 taking now, starting to take some damage. 3 steppers will be brought in, and the bottom 4 will fall into the hands of Persephone. It's looking really good for them. 2 level lead, 6-0 in kills. How much more will they get here? One also is up at the moment, so they will probably look at this, but then they can also look at the siege camp, especially with level 10s now in their hands and not in their opponent's.
And Hinata with
the
this
stun
power
in the blizzard, and the Haka goes down.
A little bit too deep there, unfortunately, as the blue team are starting to build a dominant lead here. Samu, 2-level lead, even more than slightly with that slight extra XP as well. Shots going down, 27 health already on the red team's core, and this bottom 4 just going to be recapped now as Zul steps up to keep soaking those top 2 lanes. Looks like a full back is going to be needed though from the blue team, so a bit of space for the red team is going to let them temporarily retake this bottom tower.
But it also gives, especially it gives them the defense on the steppers. It would be 3 shots onto the core of Team Selene if Persephone would be there to push in with it. Meantime, we see the ice wall coming out on to Freddy on the Lily, taking tons of damage. The Rhaegar cleanse comes out, it's not enough. Lily goes down. Fictional gets pulled away by Alex to death on the Lunara, just doing massive amount of damage. And the bottom
fort here,
so they're pushing in.
And with this, the Zul still just getting so much more clear than the Haku. He already has the bottom mid wall and taken out. The top wall is damaged, and he's going to start creating more windows for his team. But, you know, the nightmare is almost over. Level 10 now coming in for the red team. Can they find a fight with this? What are we going to see? Is this going to be the Archon Ancestral or the Archon with the Bloodlust? What work are they trying to get
Gonna be
done?
Archon for sure, first of all.
Never black hole. Feels bad, man. Rhaegar's still thinking about it, as is the Lily, and with Jugs and Ancestral both available, they're trying to work out how many healing ults do I want against my opponents. Tatsu might be a little bit deep here on the Anduin, though. He's been caught out a bit. Gonna get stunned. Huge lick comes down. The wall is gonna block his escape, and it is the Bloodlust alongside Jugs. Gonna look to get aggressive fights off the huge cocoon. Catches Chromie. The Jugs keep Lily alive. The Bloodlust gonna let her run away even faster as Julia got 4 people around her, is going to be the second to fall. Alex the Death falling so low, but Lexa not quite able to catch her. But here we go. Game on as the red team find their teeth. Their ults come online and they get the first kills of the game for them. 2 kills there. Going to get this XP a lot closer and mean that once they clear up this bottom camp, they're feeling much safer in this game, sadly.
Exodo, on the chances of being caught out in the blizzard, will get taken out in the bottom, and those 3 zappers in the bottom, they will go for the core. So in the end, still a win for Persephone with the camp in the bottom side there.
Definitely still the advantage favoring Persephone, but the bleeding has been stemmed a little by the red team. They've got something to build and engage on, although maybe not here, as a huge ice wall is going to catch 2 members, Fictional and Franny, just able to walk out of that one. And the lick on Lilith is going to force out a pull from Anduin, but everyone is going to walk away from this more or less okay.
2 level lead for Persephone. They're not looking again at their opponent's siege camp.
And as this siege camp again is going to keep the Haka tied to the top lane for a long time, more damage is going to come in on that mid fort. These sappers going to get taken out by Lunara here, slowly forcing that wave in as well, and the pressure is just mounting for the blue team again. Level 13's still not here for the red team as the altars spawn, so they're going to have to make a tough call. Are we going to look to fight down a Talented, or are we going to give another 5 shots over to our opponent? Their core is falling lower and lower, so they have to go soon, but maybe the option won't be there as Fictional takes a lot of poke. The Maestone goes through, walking away with very little health, and it's going to be Franny that falls. The counter engagement Noob says this is not allowed, but it's a little too late. The second kill goes down onto him, and now going to see that Rhaegar falling as well. Triple kill for the blue team.
To have in the bottom the altar up for them to grab. Looks like Soul is getting some serious damage into the mid lane, and we'll try to capture this towards the top lane and get there some damage done, but nope. They will be happy with 5 shots against the core. Will bring down the core to 12 HP on the side of Team Selene. For taken down now as well. Huge map control for Persephone. 3 level leads as well. 12 to 2 in the kills. Another Sepachem looking around the bottom lane, about to push in against them. Sorry, for them. Against Team Selene.
And with just 1 building left in the map, level 16 into 13, the red team looking for this last gasp fight here. Lunara gets licked, but huge peel coming out from Eden on the May. The cocoon comes in onto Zul. The ice wall doesn't quite connect, but Fictional is dropping quite low here. Franny has to pop the jugs as the poison damage is huge. Tatsu finds the light bomb onto the Rhaegar, but we're going to see Hinata falling first. Alex the Death just able to sustain as Fictional goes down, and that's going to be a 3rd kill onto Lily. The Rhaegar is running for his life, but when blue team get topside, they could take the final building on this map and have their opponents completely locked out of this game. And even if they do find a tower back with this triple auto phase, I think this is going to be a very tough one to come back from Team Selene.
Also, again, 3 zappers on the bottom. And in the meantime, Persephone really playing nice around that macro with the 3 zappers in the bottom. Going into the core. Another 3 shots in, down to 9 HP. And now the Raven Lord controls all bell towers on the battlefield. And we will see a shot every 10 seconds from the barrage coming in. Fictional king in the mid, and they know they have to try and get this one back. Fictional gets taken down. Nice to see under the fort, and now Frenny takes a lot of damage, so does Hinata-kun, and with this triple altar, this means that Persephone will be able to take map number 2 as well, and will be another 2-0 for them.
A nice decisive game 2 coming out there for Team Persephone. Very well played by them indeed, and a second great series here in the Athena Championship. We're going to send you over now to the main channel, where I think their second game will still be finishing up, because we finished quite early here, and once that's done, there's going to be a nice half-time or halfway point show before our final game of the evening, where Samu and I will be back picking up an undisclosed game yet, because obviously Swiss, who knows who's even playing.
Keep in mind, tune in next weekend, Nexus Forces qualifier. And then the weekend afterwards, we always have something going, except for 1 week. On the 24th and 25th of April will be 1 week break, and afterwards we again have Nexus Forces. So 3rd, 4th Nexus Forces, April. 10th, 11th, Epic and Rare Cup, 17th and 18th of April, Legendary Mythic Championship. So keep in mind to tune in every weekend here on Heroes Lounge 1, please, for on the main channel. So I'm not sure if we have a stream here as well, but yeah, keep that in mind. But also turn in later as we see one more series here on that channel. Thank you already for watching so far, and let's look at it. We're gonna rate you over towards the main channel. Well, we have still the game going on between Team Bear and Team Nyx. 1-0 so far.
1-0 lead, yeah, for Team Bear. We're drafting Cursed Hollow, so very exciting Abatha draft coming up for you there.
Thank you all for watching for now, and we will be back soon, hopefully. So, bye!
Bye!